LRC, a division of Austeam Racing, is proudly brought to you by Protector Allsafe, Amnet, Hydrolink Fluid Connectors Western Australia, Fuchs Motor Lubricants, Applied Chemicals, Gigabyte's range of ultra-durable 2 motherboards, Electrical, and BOC Mining Supplies.
Welcome to another edition of LRC TV as we bring you all the action from the 2008 Gigabyte V8 Supercar Series hosted by Austeam Racing. Presented by Brett Fisher, Alex Lamb and Peter Lakovich.
Watching a lap of the Mallala Raceway on board with James Hammond.
Great to have you on board watching LRC TV, and we're about to go to the top 10 qualifying session here at Mallala. So the guys are heading out onto the track at the moment. Now this is it's interesting, the top 10. It's a dead set fight. You know, you've got 10 minutes to get out there, get your best lap down.
And what I've noticed is there are a couple of guys that do different strategies and that to some other guys in the top 10. You get a few there, like Paul Rogers and I think it's Brett Stonewall, Warwick Brown. They'll go out early for a couple of laps, do a few initial laps, get themselves settled, come in, have a little break for 30, 45 seconds, even a minute, and go out and do another 3 or 4 laps, and that's really where they put the hammer down.
Yep. So they get an initial time in there to actually just get some scores on the board, and then go out and really see if they can nail it.
Whereas there's another couple of drivers that will actually sit there for the first couple of minutes and just sort of just get calm and ready, and then they'll go out and do the rest of the qualifying it's straight out.
It's funny how you talk about that, just getting themselves calm and things like that. I mean, you don't really, you sort of think, well, some of the outside people who don't normally do online racing and don't really know a great deal about it, it's a fantastic opportunity to understand a little bit more about what happens, because it is,
you get butterflies.
You do. It is every bit as nerve-wracking as proper racing, like real life racing.
Other than the actual grid for each of these races, any online racing, basically any form of even computer gaming for racing, other than the grid, this top 10 qualifying or the sprint tour qualifying 1 lap dash like this that we've got here, the top 10 shootout, is the most tense and nervous session you'll find other than sitting on the grid.
Yep.
Especially if you're right up the top, sitting at the grid.
Oh, exactly, because you know you want to do a good lap, you want to get out there, you want to get cement your position, and this sort of same getting the promotions towards opening up people's minds who actually don't actually do sim racing and that, and I believe that it will become a fairly heavily watched
and don't
race.
exactly understand how actually into it
Yep.
and technical and physically draining. That
It is.
It
It
actually
is
is.
physically draining.
it's
I mean,
not just gaming. It takes it to a whole different step. Really.
Well, it is not. It's sim racing, isn't it? It's nothing to do with gaming whatsoever. Really.
I was talking gaming in general. People go,
yeah,
it's just a game.
It's just a game. Yeah, no, it's not a game. It's serious. You know, like I mean, some of the endurance races we have, there's a lot of preparation that goes into those.
Oh, tons of preparation.
And just the amount of disappointment that gets drained out of you if something goes wrong. But it's the same, like you're saying, on the top when you're on the grid, ready to go. You know, you do that warm up lap, you warm the car up, you're getting yourself poised for what's about to come and what's about to happen.
Certainly.
It's phenomenal. It really is. It does take it all to a whole new level.
Yep. And just touching base with those endurances, sort of keyed me for what I was going to say a bit earlier. Next round of the championship is at Sandown, and it's a sprint series this year.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yep. So we've actually got a 3-week wait again.
Okay, because Sandown is not a.
It's no longer the endurance
it's Phillip
series.
Island, isn't it?
Yep. So it'll be the Phillip Island 500 followed by Bathurst here at Austeam Racing.
Yep.
And our next round of the championship in 2 more weeks' time. We've got a whole spare week to wait again, I believe. Will then be the Sandown sprint race, which will actually be interesting. Drivers will have to attack the track a lot differently to what they would for an endurance series at Sandown.
Yep, they certainly
and they
will.
won't be used to it, I reckon.
It's it all, as I said, it just brings a whole new dimension to what we do here, and I think it would be great to just get what we do as far as Austeam Racing and that is considered to more a broader audience, because it is huge, and it's not for our benefit; it's for the benefit of Austeam Racing and everything like that. And that's why I do it, is because I think it's got a lot more potential than what probably people really realise. So
yeah, certainly. Just on board here with Travis Fox. I'm not sure. No, he was up, but he's down at the moment.
Yeah, he just completed a lap. He's in 4th place at the moment, just running to the top 5 at the moment. We've got Brett Stone, Paul Rogers, Jay Boving, Travis Fox, and Warwick Brown rounding out the top 5.
There we go. He's 104.713 is the benchmark.
Oh, man on a mission, Jason Beale. He just went to a 105.307, which
puts him in 6th.
Puts him 6th place. Has it moved him up at all already?
Probably not.
No.
There we go, drifting.
Oh, he's up a fair bit there too.
And Jason Bill actually uses first for all the hairpins, which is different.
Interesting, yeah, very interesting. He'd have to short shift, wouldn't he, coming out of it?
Just nail it.
He just nails it.
Nail it, do a bit of steering for opposite lock, and then hope you get out the corner the other way.
See what comes of it.
Yeah. John Bolton just takes some time off his last lap there.
And there we go. That's what we talked about before. John Bolton, he's just gone in and improved his time into 3rd place and into pits.
Certainly is.
Wonder what he's going to do here. You reckon
5 minutes left. He'll probably put a new set of tyres on. Probably won't put any fuel on. That's one way to get down the back straight. And he'll go out for the last probably 3, maybe 4 of his lucky laps and see where he goes. Whereas another couple of drivers like the Jay Bovings and Warwick Browns that are still out there will probably come in in a lap or another lap, and will do another set of tyres and do 1 lap. Or they'll just make a funny bugger of me and they'll all come in now.
They tend to do that sometimes, don't they?
Yes.
But it's pretty unique, or Junic, as we like to...
Took a lot of time out of his last lap there.
Nearly a second and a half, but that's only just put him into 9th place, so he's struggling a little bit there.
He's coming on. So currently we've got just over a second separating the entire top 10, which is great to see.
Oh, it's fantastic! It really is. It's and it has been. I mean, the top 15 cars. I think at most times we're seeing about a second split. So
at this track, it's even better again.
Like
our race at the Fujitsu's last week. How many were so close for a long time there?
Huge. Well, I mean, the funny thing is that when you buggered up your pits, and I was actually in front of you for a while there.
Yeah, well, half the field was in front of me for a while.
Half the field. There wasn't a huge amount of time you were gaining on us.
No.
You know, like it was win some, lose some. So it was great. I felt like I could actually drive properly.
Yeah, I was pushing, and then it was sort of, I'm not going anywhere, so I'll protect my championship because I still had David Baz behind me.
Very
and it was like, no, get that thing out of your head. Just go, push.
Oh, look at the Peter Unic into 2nd place.
That puts a big time down.
105.011. Huge time there.
There you go, new set of tyres, bit less fuel.
Oh, what a cracker. Oh, he's loving it.
Oh, yeah.
He is absolutely loving it.
So it puts him on the front row of the grid at the moment.
Oh, and loses a little bit there. So this time's washed away. 3 minutes left in the qualifying session for the last time. Top 10. You're watching LRC TV. I'm slowly catching myself
here with
there.
Brett Fisher and Alex Lam and Peter Lakovich.
Peter Lakovich in the
director's
quiet
chair.
little corner.
Yeah, he's got his little megaphone directing thing happening.
He's the images you see are all from Pete.
Yep.
So if they come out crap, it's his fault.
Yeah, we had nothing to do with
We
it.
had nothing to do with it. But he's doing a brilliant job. Basically second night in the proper format. This is the third recording of the LRC TV we're doing here. So Pete's still getting used to the controls, and I must say
He looks like he's got it down pat now.
he's getting it there. He's getting good. I must say we had Peter Unix left the game.
Oopsie, there goes his time.
Yeah, it's no good. But I must say the broadcast from last week was fantastic. We actually saw some great...
some awesome footage there.
Awesome footage. So kudos to you, Pete, for that. Well done. Some excellent stuff.
We've got 2 minutes left in the top 10 qualifying session here at Mallala Raceway in South Australia. Just watching Ross McGregor at the moment. He's currently in 9th, 106.1. Maybe just not the car to his liking or whatever. It just hasn't got anything hooked up at the moment, which is a bit odd.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. And I must say, last week you had a fantastic qualifying session.
Well, yeah, I did. Actually, I really enjoyed probably the last week's race at Mallala was probably one of the most enjoyable races this year I've had. Like I was talking to you later after the race, that it was probably one of the only track at the moment that I've found that I've actually connected with. You know, I've just hooked up and found a nice line, and I can actually play around with the car a little bit and get a bit of speed out of it. So it was really good.
Certainly looked like it.
Yeah.
We just got Paul Rogers has put in another time, 105.067, which bumps him ahead of John Bolton Jr.
And I tell you what, actually Peter Unix time was 105.011,
011, wasn't it?
011, so it would still put him in third place.
Yeah.
That was a ripper time by Peter Unix. I hope he can get back.
Yes, hopefully he can get back in the next 40 seconds.
Absolutely.
I doubt it.
Absolutely marvellous. Will he lose that time if he gets back into the warm-up?
Yep.
If
If he can't get back in the top 10, then it's gone.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's a shame. Just watching Warwick Brown here at the moment.
Currently in 4th, which is a bit odd for Warwick, isn't it?
Well, I mean, look, we just saw... I mean, look, you take the Fujitsu run that we saw a lot of mixed-up drivers, you know. Some of the guys who normally run really well, you know, they were a bit further down the pack, and some of the guys who run a bit average, a bit further up the pack. So, me included. Put my hand up for that one. So it's but it's good. Oh, it's great to see when
it's great to have a mix-up.
Oh yeah. Instead of people, you know, sort of blasting 2.5 seconds in front of me every lap, you know, they sort of you sort of feel like you're more human.
Yeah, which was, and it was good for. I had great fun with the last probably 15 laps to go. Because my two main title contenders were actually out of the race, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm quite sad about it. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, pressure was off.
I just had fun chasing you and
that's what you need. You need that
what's
to bring
his name?
yourself.
Mark Dunn.
Which
was in front of you for a February race.
Yep.
I had a great battle with him at the end.
Until I had to actually pit because I forgot to adjust my fuel when I did my pit stop and had to take a splash and go. Just rounding out the top 10 at the moment, Paul Rogers is actually just moving into the 104s. He's still in second place at the moment. But the top 10 as it stands now, Brett Stone, Paul Rogers, John Bolton Jr., Warwick Brown and Travis Fox in the top 5.
Yep. Jay Boving in 6th, Stuart Chugg, Jason Beale, Ross McGregor and Peter Unix rounding out the top 10.
Okay, drivers at the moment, Darren Brown is actually leading
leading the formation.
Yeah, leading the formation lap. He's actually just pitting up at the moment. He will wait for drivers to actually get in behind him. Drivers' lights will be on. This is for RRE Racing. Steve Woody was a member there. And this is in loving memory of Steve Woody, born on the 14th of November 1966 and unfortunately passed away on the 2nd of May 2008. Steve Woody passed away on the May 2nd, 2008 after a tragic motor vehicle accident on the Midlands Highway near Simmons Plains. Sadly, Steve leaves behind a wonderful partner, Marion, and son, Tennyson, 8 years old, unfortunately. Steve made many contributions to the online racing community with his track-making skills and provided numerous Australian tracks for NASCAR 2003 and R-Factor. Steve was known by his online name as Steve_W05 and will be missed by many around the world. You know, that's a huge statement. It's not just a local Australian thing. He'll be missed by many people around the world.
Yep.
So you can tell you, that just tells you how big this bloke was. We would like to help out Marion and Tennyson by providing a place for those who knew Steve to leave a donation. Now, this is something that Austeam Racing are getting behind, also LRC. If you wish to help out, please click, well, it's hard to, not click, but go to the website. You'll actually see a clicking part which you can actually donate to Steve's family. If you go there, you can actually leave donations, and all donations will go directly to Marion and Tennyson.
Certainly, we'll just touching on that. The Austeam Racing website homepage actually has a link that you can follow to donate some funds. And just when you are donating, just remember to put a little notation or a note when you are there, just to add in the name of Steve Woody there, so we know that what you're donating for, so we can direct the funds in the correct way. So we're just watching the drivers just doing the slow parade lap, getting around to the qualifying grid there, start finish line, where they'll then do a 45-degree angle towards the crowd, and then we'll start our minute silence.
I said I was just a bit lost for words at the moment. You know, it's incredibly sad. You know, for the people he left behind, and all of his friends at Austeam Racing. It's just a huge bloke, known in many parts of the world. You know, I mean, that's a pretty huge statement to make these days.
Yeah, it certainly
is. It's not something that is taken lightly either. You know, it's not just a small pocket of the community in a small town. It is the world that this man's life has touched. So
yep, certainly is.
It's incredibly sad, and it is truly it is truly sad. You know, like when any of our members come to grief, unfortunately. You know, this is the part of Austeam Racing that is just phenomenal. The family of Austeam Racing is phenomenal. We've had a number of guys that have had some fairly rough times that ATR get behind. We've also had some members that have struggled with a few bits and pieces that
had some financial hardships or whatever they've gone through. And we, as a community, we've helped out and offered to help out, and it's been great.
Yep. And I think this is the part that really goes to really kudos to Austeam Racing, as far as you know, like, we're not just sim racers that you know, jump on a computer and muck around and stuff like that. You know, like there are other sides to all of us.
Certainly is, yes.
And I'll tell you what, the friendship, even though sometimes I know myself, I've been in this particular how do you say? I was going to say fraternity. But it's probably a word you can use. But
or you could use the word family, really.
Yeah, family for about 10 years. And I'll tell you what, you know, I was even on the receiving end of a handout at one stage. I know that I was struggling with connection. I had dial up and actually ATR come to my aid with the initial funds to actually get me going on ADSL. Yep. Which was phenomenal. So even I have been touched by some of the generosity, and that is it, generosity that extends out phenomenally on many different levels.
Yep. All right, here we go. We're about to start our silence once the last car gets into place.
Just a couple of cars to go. Trevor Hodgson just getting himself organised.
Yep.
Almost there.
There we go.
Okay, in honour of Steve Woody. Rest in peace, Steve Woody. In loving memory of Steve Randall Woody, born on 14th of November 1966, passed away on the 2nd of May 2008. Rest in peace. Welcome to LRC TV. You're watching us live here as we're about to go to the race. We are in for an absolute ball tear here. Alex, this is going to be absolutely huge.
It certainly will be here at Mallala Raceway.
62 laps at this Mallala Raceway, and the crowd is on their feet. And if it's going to be anything like what we've seen in the Fujitsu stuff, it is going to be one race that will be talked about for time to come.
This is going to be close and a big battle of a first, probably 10 laps, I reckon. At least probably the first 10 laps. It's going to be huge.
For those people who didn't watch our broadcast last week, go do yourself a favour, grab it and have a look, because I'll tell you what, the first 20 minutes of that race was absolutely huge. And if it was
non-stop. It was just non-stop.
I was out of breath.
Just that much to call. And Pete's directing on the video was
fantastic.
Perfect at the right times as well.
It was absolutely sensational. Now, just a quick reminder to you guys that the front row will be left vacant tonight in honour of Steve Woody, the passing of Steve Woody on the 2nd of May. Just to honour Steve Woody, the front two grid positions will be left vacant, so the first row will be left free in honour of Steve Woody.
Yep, certainly will be. It's going to be...
And just a quick reminder too, we are accepting donations for Steve Woody's family.
I accept donations all the time.
Yeah. Go to the Austeam Racing website. On the front page there, you'll see a donations section. Go and make your donation. Put a few words in there for him to let us know that that's where it's going to, and we'll take it from there. All the donations will be going directly to his family.
Certainly will be, and thank you very much in advance for anyone who does decide to donate. It's greatly accepted.
It certainly is. The guys are rounding. Now, this is going to be a tricky section of the track. These last two little flip-flop turns will be one to be watched there, Pete. How the fingers are ready and roaring to go. I see the camera flicking around. He's just getting himself used to a couple of camera positions. We've got a car turned there somewhere.
It looks like George Fulton, actually. In no?
Or was Travis Fox in the grass, was it there? So he's a foxy character.
Foxes live in the grass, don't they?
And just the cars look sensational again. Just phenomenal paint jobs.
Look there was Chief Redneck there.
It was the Chief Redneck.
So we're all prepped for a start here.
Not too far away from a start. You're listening to, we're watching LRC TV. I was going to take a while to break that habit. Oh, hello, Travis Fox was just backing up.
You've got to get in the pits in their box, otherwise it actually won't start the sequence. Which is why you'll find sometimes it's actually delayed for.
Oh, they're the lights. I didn't know where they were. The lights.
Yeah, I had no idea where they were.
Oh no, me neither. I was lucky. I was fairly high up the grid too.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, just waiting for a start.
We're riding on board here with Brett Stone. Here we go. Ready for a start.
Red lights are up. Green. We're away racing here at Mallala Raceway, watching LRC TV. Great little start, cars going left and right at the start there.
We've got a few wide out into turn one.
Oh, Travis Fox got into the back of John Bolton Jr.
Almost turns him around
just
too.
Got the car flicked around. There was 3 cars wide back in the pack there as well.
Yep.
Here we go, down to the front, the first turn.
Brett Stone gets in first, and I think Warwick Brown, yes, they outbraked each other. And Malcolm Lancaster, I think, goes right out. No, Trevor Hodgson, sorry. Yep, he's...
Trevor Hodgson off on the grass, shoveling himself down last place there at the moment. Here they go, bolting down, 250 kilometres an hour, down to the sharp right-hander.
Riding with Jay Boving here, he just overtook a black car. I couldn't tell you exactly who it was. Marty Atkins, so he just grabbed the spot off Marty Atkins there.
Oh, there's someone collecting some signs there already.
Oh, a couple of locked brakes coming into the second to last corner. Jason Bill had a big dive.
Yeah, he had a big dive and actually lost out there for a second too.
He has gained his spot though.
Yeah, he managed to keep it.
So we haven't had any real accidents here in the first lap, which is good to see.
Not that we've seen anyway.
No, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Too many monitors.
Well, we'll just try to make sure we keep on top of the action here.
Oh, that hurt.
We've got a couple of cars together.
Grant Morrison had a bit of a spin there, and one of the cars T-boned him, which isn't going to be good for his aerodynamics.
Actually, the car doesn't look like it's too bad, actually. Not too much damage there, but he has shuffled himself down the pack.
We're watching Jason Beale come down the front. First kind of big long straight. Coming into the first hairpin with a big braking zone here. He's following, I think it's Peter Junick, who punts Travis Fox into the hairpin. And they both just get through there cleanly.
Have a look at that there. There's a freight train of cars everywhere. Oh, Paul Rogers.
And he's off the track. He's off the track into the grass.
Yep, he's got the car.
Loses 3 places, I think.
He did well there. He did really well to keep the car under control.
Yep. Stayed composed. Just got back on. Jay Boving grabs another spot.
Jason Beale right in amongst it here with Jay Boving.
Yeah, that's awesome driving there by Jason Beale.
Paul Rogers lost, he only lost 2 spots.
Only 2, that's right. Oh, Travis Fox right out wide into the second corner. Jason Beale had to get out of it there. He was otherwise going to turn him around. So just on board with Jason Beale into turn 3. It's a very oddly slow corner that sort of creeps up onto you how slow it is. Oh, John Bolton Jr. and Paul Rogers. Yes, Paul Rogers battling down the straight for a position. They almost spin each other out into the braking zone.
John Bolton Jr. right on the inside. Oh, really nicely keeps off him there. But look at the exit speed he got out of it. Don't know whether we can do it.
Look at that. He's pushing Paul Rogers.
He did fantastic. He got it nice and cleanly and got a really good exit speed there. I don't know whether we can use it.
Oh, this is going to get messy. No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, just a little tap there. Travis Fox.
Travis Fox gives him a little love tap there. I'm still here.
Hi, boys. Hello. Through the flip-flops. There's a little dangerous section. You've got to be really careful on the throttle.
You've really got to finesse that throttle on there. Otherwise, the back end will meet the front and then win.
Oh, look at the attitude on John Bolton
Travis Fox.
Got caught up on the...
a bit.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Travis Fox is spun.
Yes, he actually got spun, got tapped into turn 2 there.
And he's lost a number of places there. Back on
on
the straight and narrow. This is what we're not afraid of, but we knew this was going to be a part and parcel with this track.
Yep.
It is heavy. He's frantic.
It's just chaotic at times, really.
I'll tell you what, look, Brett Stone has already put 2.5 seconds on.
2.5? 3.4.
Okay, sorry.
It's a massive lead already.
Look at Pretty Tunic in 3rd place at the moment.
Your thing's still right at the moment. So how many spots did... it doesn't say anymore.
Who was that you're looking for?
Travis Fox.
Travis Fox, he's down in 16th place.
He was up around 6th or 7th, I believe.
Yep.
So he was tapped by Jay Boving.
Sitting with George Fullerton at the moment, looking out the back to Matty Cooper.
Yep.
Fastest lap at the moment. Paul Rogers put down a 105.285. Great time for in-race fuel.
Looking at George Fullerton here.
Oh, running wide
a bit wide, and that's going to hurt him into this corner.
That's it. Matty Cooper is right on his tail. That's going to be a bit of an opportunity for him to... oversteer.
Oh, yes. That's what that corner does to you.
We've seen that flick out the back of George Fulton there. Hard of the braking zone into turn 3.
This is 3. So George Fulton is trying to chase down Ross McGregor whilst trying to keep Matty Cooper from getting a place off him. And it's sometimes really hard to do. You're sort of concentrating too hard in your mirrors instead of actually trying to go for that next place.
Up there. Ross McGregor had a big lock up.
It's a parking lot.
Oh, no.
Daniel Kirby almost got a few spots off there.
We got one. George Fulton actually lost out there.
And there goes Travis Fox.
Travis Fox is back in the action.
So, what's his name? George Fulton has lost out big time there for that very late braking and dive manoeuvre there. Sort of, don't think he had anywhere to go. He sort of... spins. Yep, has a spin. He might have George a bit of damage. Jay Boving with a fast lap there. 105.109.
Phenomenally quick times at the moment with the fuel loads and all that sort of stuff. I wonder how the tyre wear's going to go.
For some, not very good.
Yes, depending on how you drive. If you drive aggressively and get the car all out of shape and really work the tyres, you're going to burn them up pretty quick.
Here we go. Paul Rogers is in 4th, looking at Peter Junick here at the moment. He's caught him hand over fist here at the pretty much. It's only been a couple of laps, so
run down the long straight.
Big lock up by Paul Rogers. Yep, gets it settled though.
Actually, it was just a quick. Might have been a downshift that got him caught out there on the rear of the tyres. Just a quick lock up, and has managed to. Now that's a good driver. You can recognise something like that quickly because you can get yourself into a whole lot of trouble. If you
Especially
don't
with your rear
recognise
brakes
that.
locked up.
Oh, yeah. And going to these tight hairpins. Look at the apex. Beautiful, just from crest.
That was a perfect apex there from Paul Rogers. Anyone looking to see what's going on, watch that.
Sorry, and we're actually sitting with Jay Boving as well.
Yeah, we're watching the wrong monitor again.
Sorry.
So just on board with Jay Boving, currently in 6th place. Chasing down, I think it's...
Oh, John Bolton Jr. sideways. Now he's going to have to back out of that, and Jay Boving is going to go, yep, thank you very much. I'm going to have a look here.
He's kept it really well there. He's actually... The gap hasn't gone anywhere.
The thing that will hurt John Bolton there will be tyre wear and overheating of the tyres.
Certainly will.
Might not be straight away, but they will progressively increase. And that's the part, because this track is relentless with temperature, and he's not going to let up.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting with Jay Boving at the moment. Oh, under brakes.
It's
It's always a scary thing, you know. Oh, actually, John Bolton sort of balked a little bit there.
Had a bit of a floating point where he just had no speed, no nothing.
Yep. What was I going to say before?
I don't know.
I can't remember, to tell you the truth. Oh, I know what it was. Just as they come into the braking zone again, it's always one of those gut-wrenching feelings that when you are actually on the brakes and you know you're pulling the car up as hard as you can, and the car in front of you is actually getting closer than what you really want.
Yeah. When you see the rear bumper of them just disappear into your front end, you know you've outbraked yourself just a tad too much.
Sitting with Rod Savage at the moment in position number 12.
Yep.
In the gold and purple Cadbury car.
One of 3 Cadbury cars out there in the V8 Supercar series.
Looking at Daniel Kirby out the back of... oh no, we're looking at Travis Fox.
Oh, Ross McGregor in the wall in turn 2. I think he's done a Brett.
No, he hasn't. Oh,
yes, he did.
I did do that, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, I did do that.
That's why we're calling it a Brett. So yes, Ross McGregor might have some damage, might have some steering damage there, I don't know. Usually when you hit a wall like that, I reckon you usually get a bit of steering damage at the minimum.
Probably improved my driving. Helped me out a bit.
What, driving down a straight wall?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
At least I couldn't go wrong.
Travis Fox is currently already up into 13th place. He's chasing down Daniel Kirby in 12th, pretty obvious. And then Rod Savage is in front of him in 11th. So nice little battle pack here at the moment. Just watching some TV footage of Daniel Kirby in the ProTech Falcon.
Great looking cars.
Yes. Just as we keep saying, there is a lot of fantastic looking cars out there in the 2008 V8 Supercar and Fujitsu series.
For the Gigabyte 2008 Supercar series.
I apologise.
Oh, Peter Junick having a little bit of troubles there. Looks like Paul Rogers has got past Peter Junick.
Yes, he has.
Like how you use both of the ways that you can pronounce his name.
Yeah, you just said
Peter
both
Junick and Peter Junick.
Just in case people didn't understand one, you just call the other as well.
Yep,
just to cover all bases.
Well, I just don't want to be wrong. I'm making up for it. And gets into Paul Rogers now. He will just... Is he going to...
He got out of it. He did get out of it.
Gave his spot back. Yep, good. But look at
which is good sportsmanship there.
John Bolton Jr. saying, hey, I had no part in this, but I'm going to advantage if I can.
He'll actually... he might get him in the braking zone here.
No, too far.
No.
Look at the car twitch under brakes. That is great car control there by John Bolton.
He will be changing his braking pedal there that many times to stop that thing from turning around.
Nice,
which is a sign of a good driver to know that his brakes are locking up, and it is his rear braking. He's just adjusting it that little bit to know that he's getting good braking.
Takes a really tight line there.
Certainly does, and that's where Jay Boving did clip. I can't remember which car it was a few laps ago.
Yeah,
because Jay Boving took a very tight line, and the other car, I think it was Travis Fox, wasn't it?
It's hard that line is good and bad. I mean, if
yes,
Peter Junick, no,
Peter Junick loses a couple of places there.
Oh, he's going to lose a lot of places by the time he gets that back on the track.
Well, there comes 11th, 12th, 13th around the hairpin now.
Oh, come on, man! I'll put my money on you. Woohoo! And Marty Atkins just in front of Peter Junick now. Back up with John Bolton Jr. in 4th place.
Yep.
Who's that?
Who?
Oh, Barney Badillas.
Yep.
Barney Badillas into the sand.
And that's gonna take a long time to get out of there. Because like Bathurst and the Barbagallo and a few other tracks, those sand traps are ridiculously hard.
He's taken that long that I think he's actually pulled the pin.
Left the game, So we've got our first retiree for the night. Barney Bedless.
Back on John Bolton Jr. at the moment in, where is he, in 4th place?
4th place, yes.
Oh, Darren Brown running wide there. He's a lapper.
Yeah, he's a lap down at the moment. It's good to see our lap driver
getting out of the way. Look at the oversteer on John Bolton Jr.'s car. Jay Boving getting around Darren Brown now. Great
The
race
scene-
so far. Is that 10 laps already?
Yep.
Oh,
There seems to be a lot of drivers opting for a very oversteery setup in the last couple of rounds,
it's going to hurt him.
which is tending to really cause them a lot of tyre wear and a lot of oversteer just in coming out of a lot of the corners. So whether it's in the chase of more speed or just the fact that they're trying different setups and that.
Talking
ways.
about oversteer, look who we're with now at the moment, Jay.
But he's been boring this week. He hasn't done any oversteering.
The track that you can. Oh, Marty Atkins just in the back.
Just a little love tap, just a little.
Yeah, and it was pretty hard because it wasn't Marty's fault. I think he actually.
Peter Junick's trying to get her in through the both of them.
Oh, great vision.
Oh, 3 wide into that corner there almost.
Almost. Here we go, Marty Atkins going through. Great drive from Marty Atkins at the moment. Where is he? He's sitting 9th place. This is the best drive I've seen him have for a little while. Peter Junick, into the
Spins
side
himself.
of Jason Beale. He spun himself there, pushed Jason Beale just a little bit wide, but gets the car gathered up. Well done. So Rod Savage through on the inside. He's going to say, yeah, well, I'll take this.
Jason Bill manages to keep his position there.
So we're actually, I'm getting excited about watching what's going on, but we're actually on.
Our viewers can't
Marty
actually see it.
Atkins.
There we go, just watching Marty Atkins here in 8th place. 51 laps left to run. Or is it 50? I don't know.
Simon Black and Marty
teammates
Atkins,
here.
Two teammates.
Yep.
Back with Rod Savage.
Yep.
Head up to who are we? Marty Atkins and
Rod Savage absolutely punts Jason Beale in the rear door in the corner there. That was a big smash. We just caught the end of that accident.
Travis Fox, right up on the inside there.
Yep, Travis Fox really outbroke himself there.
Now this is a case where
Peter Junick gets.
I wonder whether the guys are just trying that a little bit too hard.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think a lot of drivers are going to get a bit of a warning in the next few weeks from there. There's been a lot of...
Oh, Peter Junick overshooting that mark there. That's going to really hurt him on the exit speed out of here. Rod Savage should have the go on him coming out of this turn, especially when he's doing some oversteer like that.
Yeah. A lot of guys, I think, are going to have a bit of quality of driving, sort of a bit of talk.
Look at behind Travis Fox. We've got Rod Savage, Peter Junick, Rod Savage running side by side right now. Daniel Kirby also in there as well.
Just to interrupt there, Rod Savage out of turn 3 there had a massively good over-under manoeuvre there. It just waited that little bit longer and just got snuck up the inside coming onto the main straight.
Oh, Travis Fox! Travis Fox in the road there.
A couple of guys have been turned around.
Jason Beale also sitting there as well, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Oh, no! Oh. Just got out of the way, a couple of drivers there.
Warren Peed and Jason Beale. Rod Savage just going mad there. Brett Stone is on a soda. He's on a soda. He's about 5 seconds out in front at the moment.
What is it, soda?
Forgiven, a
Okay.
soda,
Yep.
an easy run.
And just like I was talking there, the admins have just trying to calm the drivers down. It's just easy drivers a message there. There has been a lot of accidents and nudging and spins, which is different.
It's good to see hard racing, but I think the guys just need to take a little bit of an educated guess sometime and just go, okay, not a good place I'm in right now. Let's just back it off and just save for another day.
Yep.
It's no good to ruin someone's race for a move.
Many times we've already seen in 13 laps, a lot of drivers have been turned around by guys just out-braking themselves way too much into the hairpins. It's good to really get late braking into the hairpins, but some of the guys are just really way over the top out-braking themselves. So I think it's just chasing too much.
Jay Boving on the arse of John Bolton Jr. Can you say arse on LRC TV?
We can now. What are you asking me for? You're the boss.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know. So John Bolton Jr. I like the way John Bolton Jr. is driving at the moment. He's
Other than that, it's
that,
still not too bad.
But he's going well. He's got a good solid 4th place at the moment. He's consolidating there. Jay Boving
he's got a nice head on his shoulders at the moment. The last couple of rounds have been like that.
Yep, that's
sort of thinking more about his racing.
Oh, Jay Boving going for a bit of a dive on the inside. He gets the car up a fair way. Does he go through? Yeah, John Bolton.
John Bolton actually gave him room there, which was good to see as well.
And look, he's come out on top. And that's the sort of stuff we're talking about. As far as, you know, if he knew where he was, he said, rightio, well, there's no point in squeezing you out. But he came out on top, and that's it.
Yep, and it's when the guys think we're saying pushing really hard, and just think about it more, it's not just up to the guy that's behind.
It's also
the guy that's in front. Don't squeeze him out of a corner when you know he's backed himself and he's there anyway.
The way I look at that is
it's never always the guy behind's fault.
Well, that's it. The way I look at that is the fact that you know, like I can cut this guy's nose off, but hey,
it's going to hurt me.
Well, he's going to probably turn me around. So why do it?
Yep, certainly will.
So 15 laps of 62 laps here at Mallala being completed so far.
Yep.
What was that, mate? The pit window is open here at Mallala as well.
No, it's not. Lap 20 something.
What is it? Was 15 for the Fujitsus.
No.
Fujitsus. But I don't know. I just we'll clarify that down the track.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay Baby right on the back of John Bolton Jr. Oh, Jason Beals moved up 5 places.
Yeah, there's probably a few more cars got tagged.
Yeah, probably.
So we've got a bit of a freight train here. John Bolton. Sorry, I'm just not reading properly at the moment. Jay Boving, John Bolton Jr. and Stuart Chugg has moved up a fair way on these guys. He's right on the clacker of Jay Boving. And only a few laps ago, he was probably 4 or 5 places further back.
Stuart Chugg has done well. He's just slowly pegged away on these two guys. So he's going to be in the race.
Very consistently fast laps, which is good to see from Stuart Chugg.
Good to see from Stuart Chugg, definitely so.
Yep. Stuart Chugg was one of the main guys that I was racing over in Oz Orc. He was a very fast guy over there.
Okay, just to confirm that he's lap 21 that the pit window does open.
Yeah.
So for those guys who are listening to LRC FM, don't dive into the pits just yet.
Yeah, just not yet.
You'll make a small faux pas. Riding with Stuart Chugg in position number 6 at the moment, right at the front, looking at it into the hard braking section.
And you notice the glowing discs there. So the brakes are getting hot enough into those braking zones that they're glowing.
Oh, did you? Where was that?
Jay Boving just into that the big half in there.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah, the front brakes were red hot glowing.
Whew.
That's the first track we've witnessed where they are red hot glowing.
Oh, look at that. Yes, you can. You can. Ooh.
Yep. Most of them won't get the brakes actually that hot, but they're really running red hot here at the moment.
They are, certainly are. Look at that. So
unless Jay Boving's actually running... No, I don't think he'll run
coloured brakes.
No.
Coloured discs?
I'm actually... Because there's some mods in R-Factor where you can change the thickness of the discs.
Oh, okay, really?
Which will change the heating and
but I just had a look at this through the sweeper then, and it actually wasn't as glowing as much as what it was. So
depending on the brake duct size as well that he's running.
Okay, yeah.
Could just work out what brake temps he's running. So
yep. So obviously getting pretty hot under the collar there, right around his wheel area.
But you really do want the brakes running around 700 degrees anyway. So
oh, really? Oh,
that's
Trevor Hodgson.
Optimal racing temperatures.
Trevor Hodgson is. He's in position number 21 at the moment.
Yeah,
so
being lapped at the moment.
Nicely getting out of the road there. Oh, somebody did a bit of a lock up, and that was John Bolton Jr.
He just pivots on that corner a little bit too much by the look of that.
Allowing Jay Boving to have a bit of a look on the inside.
No, I don't think... Oh, he might be close enough here.
No. I don't know. I don't think he's game. Like he's going to stick his nose where he thinks he's going to have a shot, but he's not going to overcook it.
John Bolton's just sort of closing the door at the same time, sort of just drifting into the corner a little bit earlier than he might do, just to say, look, you're not close enough yet, so I'm just going to close you out here.
Or John Bolton.
Nice under and over move.
He's in not a good position there.
Jay Boving. Yeah, it actually is Jay Boving there. He just pulled himself wide into turn 1, which has hurt him. And Stuart Chugg is right close now. The next couple of laps, he's going to have a bit of a piece of this pie, I reckon.
Oh, under brace. Look how wide Jay Boving takes that corner.
The problem is,
look at Stuart Chugg.
Yep.
Stuart Chugg is right on the clacker of Jay Boving right now.
And I think he's going to have a bit of a run here too.
But this is it. I mean, look, the way these cars are balanced at the moment, they're running fairly close times. There's not a great deal of difference between them. My game here would be just be persistent, like Jay Boving.
Make the other car make the mistake.
Exactly. You know, I mean, just be there. You know, the guy's going to know that you're behind him. He's going to be watching the mirrors. You know, and you just want to understand him a little bit. You know,
yep. So and if you stay there 10 laps in a row, he's going to go. Well, oh no, I can't mess up here. And look at that.
One
Crusty racing car into the background there.
Who's that? Can't see at the moment.
I think he's missing a front bumper at the same time.
Not
going anywhere. Not in a hurry anyway.
Oh, Jason Beals off the track as well.
Nothing unusual.
And Ian Head. He's buried in the dirt at the moment. Ian Head.
No front bump. No rear bumper on that car.
Yeah, lots of rear bumper.
I think he's had a bit of a punt.
Oh, Tony Ciccone, he's off as well.
Bit of a venture. Jason Bill has left the game. Same as George Fullerton has gone as well.
Okay, so we're starting to see a bit of attrition.
Yep, battle damage.
Yep.
So we're still on board. Oh, there was a pretty close battle. Yep, Peter Junick here. I think he's on the back of Simon.
Oh, Peter!
No.
Peter.
Just by the look of that skid mark, just got on the ripple strip there.
Yep.
Unweighted that tyre and decided to spin around.
He has worked his ring off
For that place as well.
for that place, and he's just dropped it again, so he'd be kicking himself.
And another driver to lose, get out of the race is Ian Head. Could not get out of that sand trap.
Stuck in the sand trap.
Did you see his post at Austeam Racing about the skin pack?
No, I didn't know.
It's funny.
Sitting with Peter Junick at the moment in position number 10, fighting back. He was as
Yep.
high as third place.
In the early stages of the race there?
Yeah, it certainly was. And I actually tipped him for a top 5, but we'll see. I'm not going to say that again.
I might be leaving here with a bit more money than I turned up with.
And look at Brett Stone just out there doing the job.
We'll just
5 seconds.
Just run through our top 10 at the moment. We've got Brett Stone in the lead by 4.9 seconds. Warwick Brown in second. Paul Rogers in third. Another 4 seconds back. John Bolton Jr., Jay Boving and Stuart Chugg all nose to tail, 4th, 5th and 6th.
Say that easy.
Oh, I was trying to burp at the same time. Marty Atkins in 7th. Simon Black and Daniel Kirby in 8th and 9th. And rounding out our top 10 is Peter Junick.
And I reckon what's happened to Jay Boving is the fact that, like what we were talking about before, he's actually looked in his mirrors and gone, holy crap, Stuart Chugg's approaching. And he's you see now that Jay Boving's actually taken the pressure off John Bolton. But,
and turned it on to defending.
Turned it on to defending, that's it. And Stuart Chugg is doing a marvellous job. A little bit of oversteer coming onto the front straight there. But
Stuart Chugg will be trying as hard as he possibly can.
Oh, yeah. And lap 21 has been completed, so pit window is now open.
Open this lap. So next time by, you will be able to pit.
Great effort from Marty Atkins. We haven't seen him up there for a while, and it's in for BK Racing. Also, Simon Black. Great teammates there, Simon Black and Marty Atkins. Cars looking sensational, and this is a good sort of race for them so far.
Yep, another couple of races I've raced with for years.
Yeah, good blokes.
Yeah, good bunch of good bunch of blokes. Good bunch of blokes even.
Daniel Kirby also having a good run. And back with Ross McGregor now. Ross McGregor got tied up into a couple of incidents earlier, and the car's still looking okay. Not really much battle scars, although I think I saw a door there that looked a bit not normal.
Someone tried to kick it.
Yep, he's currently 42 seconds off our leader.
2 seconds behind Peter Junick at the moment. So he might be able to scavenge another place for in the not too near future.
Yep, and he's a fairly consistent runner. Once he gets his head down, bum up, he's pretty good.
He's sort of he's probably not the best in a pack. Sort of gets a bit frantic or
gets a bit elbows out.
Yeah, sort of a bit nervous.
Yep,
I can't think of the right word, but he gets a bit nervous when he's in packs and probably tries a little bit too hard.
Yep.
But when he gets by himself or he's got a bit of a gap or a target to work towards,
yep,
he just puts his bum down, head up, or the other way around even, head down and bum up, and just goes for it. Puts in real good, consistent laps. So,
and just have a look at we've still got the footage of Peter Junick on the screen at the moment, and just watching his last few corners, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
Hitting the apexes nicely, car's nice and balanced, and this is what he needs to do. Just settle down. Just get the car, do what you need to do. Keep the temperatures at a modest sort of rate. Look at that turn there, beautiful apex. Let the car run wide onto the back straight, and he'll get a nice tow from Daniel Kirby.
Yep. Pretty much the more fluent you make your time and just relax and try not to push too hard, and you'll actually go faster.
Yep, and I think that was what probably causing a lot of incidences in the first part of the race there. People just trying that too hard.
Yeah, really, because it's one of those tracks where it's technical and there's only a few stops and really only 1 or 2 passing places, they're trying too hard to make things happen.
Yep. Oh, look at this.
Another little bit of a whoop.
Absolutely chaotic here with Warren P, Travis Fox, Rod Savage. Travis Fox right on the knuckle of Warren P. Oh! Travis Fox goes underneath. Warren P turned in and got the car sideways. Actually, that sort of worked out for everyone there, really, didn't it?
Yeah, nothing really happened.
No.
But Travis Fox had to get out of it because what's his name? Warren P just got a lot of trail braking in his rear brakes there.
He certainly did. Matty Cooper's just sitting in behind his pack, just going, I'll just sit myself here and see what happens.
See what happens. See how many places I can get.
Exactly. I'm sure I've got a couple coming up.
Travis Fox's front bumper has a Massive indent in it.
You could put your head in there.
I reckon you could put more than your head in there.
Half a kid.
What's the other half doing?
Oh, probably dangling out the front.
Like a bug in a mesh grill.
That's it. Matty Cooper going for a pass on Rod Savage. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Two Cadbury teammates. And Matt Cooper, oh, no. Ooh, oh, no. Didn't get the position off him.
But same again, see, that was just that little niggling. I'm going to put myself here, but I'm going to give you enough room. Both those drivers just respecting each other just that little bit. Just go, okay, yep, I know you're there, but hang on, you're not just going to give it to you.
The problem with getting into that hairpin there and getting on the inside, you've really got to slow down too much. So the outside line actually has more speed.
Certainly does.
So you're not actually going to get a passing place there anyway.
You can't get on the gas quick enough.
No, you've pretty much got to do the under-over move and be on the outside and turn in a little bit later than them so you can get a straighter run. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything.
A bit more pre-set up there as far as,
forethought and think about it more than just going, oh, I'll put my car on the inside and hope that he has a bit of a stuff up on the outside.
Yep, so where Matty Cooper is now, he's just run the inside line on Rod Savage. Sorry, we were actually with Warren Pete. I'll stop talking about it.
But it's alright, doesn't I mean, you get that.
Warren Pete currently sitting in 12th place.
Just looking at Travis Fox out the back here. Travis has got a bit of a run here, actually.
Might see someone off the track.
No, not going to get him. No, you're blind. I thought Gavin was racing tonight. No?
He's Fujitsu, isn't he?
Oh, he is too. It's alright.
Oh, Warren Pete and Travis Fox. Oh. Side by side, 3 corners in a row, Warren Pete and Travis Fox. Absolutely heart-pounding stuff. Warren Pete's front bumper now resembles something like a crushed aluminium can.
Yep. We're just having a look at the time sheets here. Stuart Chugger's dropped off the back of John Bolton Jr. by a couple of tenths. 1.1 seconds. And Joe Birmingham has actually got the place off John Bolton.
Oh, yes, too. Beautiful stuff there.
And is starting to pull away a little bit out of it too.
And just behind Warren P, we're looking at Matty Cooper and Rod Savage still going head-to-head. That's a great battle with these two. See what Matty Cooper's doing there? He's just poking the nose on the left-hand, on the right-hand side as he gets into the hairpin. Just going, hey, Rod, I'm here.
And then ducks back to the outside to get his line.
Hey, yeah, exactly. If Rod sort of covers the inside line a little bit more than he would, Matty Cooper moves over the right-hand side. Beautiful, under and over. Look at this, up on the inside.
Well, Rod Savage just a bit of oversteer coming out of that corner.
That's it. You just scare your driver in front of you to put a bit more gas down than he should.
Yeah.
A big hidey-ho to Kaz over in Western Australia.
Yep. I'm guessing that's Gav's missus.
It is, certainly is. Oh, Kaza! Kaza! And the kicks Matty Cooper on the inside.
Got a good run out of turn 2 there.
Beautiful.
Backs it in.
Warren Pete sliding sideways in front of him. Warren Savage trying to get out of the corner and nice and neatly, but a beautiful move there by Matty Cooper.
Nicely uncomposed, but composed at the same time.
I reckon he worked him and said, yep, Fed.
Stuff you, I'm having it.
Yeah, he said, yep, I'm going to crack this time, and look at that. He's just blasted away, and I reckon Warren Pete's he's going to be his next on his hit list.
Yep. Now, John Bolton's actually caught up again on Jay Boving, so it's getting closer again. Sorry, I can't count. It's all right. It's actually getting further away.
But Stuart Chugg is sitting there on the clacker of John Bolton. Back with Peter Junick at the moment in position number 10. So he's sort of Daniel Kirby. He's taking the pressure off Daniel Kirby just for a few moments here. So he hasn't, but still consolidating nicely. Those two were having a great little battle there earlier, and it's probably still going on. I mean, this is great racing, and when you're sitting in these driver seats, and you've got the guys, cruising around not too far away, it gives you a good opportunity. And this is what it's all about, really.
Yep,
I could not care less where I am on the track when you're looking at some of this sort of racing, because you're sitting there and you've got a guy in front of you. You're trying to outsmart him. You're trying to you're playing that 200 mile an hour chess.
Oh, yep, certainly is.
Looks like Warren Pete is pitting.
Yep. Just watching Brett Stone come down the back straight here. Currently our leader by 5 seconds. He's got a nice gap to second place, which is Warwick Brown. Just Brett Stone looks like he's out for a casual drive, but it's a very fast casual drive.
So he looks a lot more composed than he did a couple of weeks ago at Barbagallo, where he was all over the track.
Looks more in his element here at the moment.
Like tonight, it's just very smooth and casual drive, as you said. Not casual, but very clean.
Yeah,
and,
didn't have to overextend himself to get some more positions out of him.
No, and he's back to 2007 champion. Is back to what he does best.
Leading.
Brilliant footage out the front of Brett Stone's car as we go around having a look at this track at Mallala.
Where did you finish in the 2007 series?
I was heading in third for a while, but I think I got fifth, fourth. Pete just said fourth then, so that was a good series. I don't think I'm going to have as good series this year.
Yep. We've got Paul Rogers, in the pits, so he's going to do his pit even.
Warren Pete, Rod Savage, and Tony Ciccone are three pitters so far.
Yep.
Our leader also supporting the BOC skin.
Hence why he's in a BOC 10 car. I don't get it.
And
it was half supported there by Gigabyte as well. Our series sponsors.
Carrying a lot of our sponsorship here.
And our leader heads for pit lane on lap 30.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, I say.
This gives Warwick Brown and Jay Bove diving into the pits there really late there. Almost overshooting. That's going to be a quick pit in. Does he get it under?
Yeah, it's actually quite easy to get to your pit lane speed limit there. Because there's such a slow curve into it, you sort of nail the throttle in first for a split second and just jam on your brakes, have all four brakes locked up and just get to the 40 k's. That's what I did. Stuart Chug on the back of John Bolton Jr. right on his clacker at the moment.
Cluetta.
Jay Boving, has he actually got behind these fellas or is he pitted? Jay Boving is pitting at the moment, so yeah, that'd be why. We just got Gav clarifying here. Brett Stone is actually doing the Austeam sponsors car in a way, sort of, if you get our drift. Darren Brown has left the game, so he's another retiree to add to our long list at the moment.
Brett Fisher is apparently pitting.
What?
I don't know, that's what it's got saying up there.
You've been there the whole time. I'm not even going near that.
It'll clear itself at some stage.
Yeah, you get that. That was going to be there for the next 45 minutes?
Yeah, probably. Go to a... have you got the hot sheet there, Pete? Just there? Oh, Tony Ciccone having a bit of a struggle there tonight. Really getting out of everyone's way.
Jeez, mate, you want to fire your pit crew. The world's longest pit stop. Ooh, someone got a penalty there.
Yeah, you can't always trust what it says there.
Okay, I won't. Fine.
When is the pit close?
40 something. So Warwick Brown's heading for pit lane. Yep,
Warwick Brown is heading for pit lane at the moment.
Can we get rid of that information bar?
He's trying.
No, not working. There we go. Go on now. So for the moment, Stuart Chug is our leader. Having not pitted yet.
Can you go through, hit the... none of the actual hotkeys work, do they, Pete? You broke it. I
haven't heard that for a while. Just
let's get back with the action at the moment. Yeah, the pit window closes at 46.
And this is going to hurt Warwick Brown here. He's just sitting behind a couple of slower drivers, and it's probably just going to hurt him a little bit in outright time.
Oh, look at the speed he's got into that corner there, just resting on the... Oh, Warren Peed Getting all out of shape there in front of Rod Savage.
Yep. It's what Warwick Brown won't mind. One less car he has to get round.
Actually, Jay Boving has pitted twice on Warwick Monitor over here.
Might be just a bit of a
glitch.
Oopsie, yeah. So you've got Stuart Chugg in the pits now from first place.
Watching at the back of Jay Boving's car, looking at Paul Rogers.
Now have a look at that. Brett Stone has lost a bit of time to Warwick Brown in the pits. It's down to 3.5 seconds.
Oh, he better be careful.
Just saying, it was out to 5 and a bit.
That's it.
It's actually a fair bit of time to lose.
I reckon Brett Stone, when he got into pits, he said, "Oh, look, fellas, just do the tyres, wash the window for me. I'll be back in a second. I just got to duck in the loo."
Is my cappuccino ready yet?
Yeah. Oh, you're racing me with Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
But so I really like you.
Sitting with, in front of Stuart Chugg, that was someone, Simon Black. Just
nothing unusual to see brakes locked up into the hairpin there.
Oh, definitely not.
So Matty Cooper's slowing to pit.
34 laps of this 62-lap race here at Mallala.
Just over halfway completed.
Yep, you're watching LRC TV.
Yes, we are. Yep. You got it right.
I did. Yep. I had to concentrate pretty hard, though.
Yep. So
Matty Cooper just leaving pit lane.
Yep. Our mandatory pit stop window closes on lap 46. So
Correctamundo.
Yep.
Our mate Peter Junick is
currently in
12th place at the moment, so he's dropped 2 places. Actually, I'll show you a couple of possibly pit penalty for John Bolton Jr.
That'd be wise a fair way down the
but I see,
field at the moment.
Yeah, I've got.
So John Bolton's in 9th.
Yeah, but
I'm also
showing Jay Bowman for 2 pits as well. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes it just decides to put more pits on it.
A bit of a glitch.
Because it can.
Bit of a glitch.
Yep.
But just watching John Bolton at the moment, it's in 8th place, so. It's not too bad though. I mean, 38 seconds off the leader, so he's not doing too bad there, considering he's had to do 2.
It is a fairly small pit lane, so a drive-through ain't going to cost you too much.
Looks like Simon Black just leaving pits as well.
Yep. So he slots in just in front of Peter Junick.
Yep. That's going to push Peter Junick down to 13th.
No, he'll stay there.
12.
Because he was in front of him anyway.
Oh, okay.
Peter Junick going for a pass. Ward, Simon Black is on cold tyres. It won't hurt him to actually do it. Now, see what Simon Black did there? Just the slightest of nudges, which is actually what you want to do. It's just upset Peter Junick so he can't get a good run out of the corner.
And look at Peter Junick's done well. He's had the car balanced and settled. Oh, Simon Black going inside. A bit of a lock up on the brakes. The tyres will not be up to temperature pressure just yet.
The tyres will be literally screaming.
Oh,
give me at least 2 laps to warm up.
Good driving there, though. Good driving. He had good car control there.
Yep.
He knew exactly what was going on and knew what he wanted to do with it. Cars just looking a little bit better than they were before. Not as taily now. This will give the opportunity to guys to actually just settle down a little bit. They won't burn the tyres up as early in the race as they did with the start of the race. So they will have the opportunity to make the tyres last a little bit better in this middle stint at the moment.
Yep, certainly will. Cars are a bit more spread out than what they were 10-15 minutes ago. So
we're talking about John Bolton Jr. earlier, who is on his grass right now. Grant Morrison, who actually had a big spin early in the race, and he is in 8th place. So great effort there. Oh no, Grant Morrison, he hasn't pitted.
No.
So yeah.
So he'll have to pit soon. Well, not soon, but he will have to pit.
Oh, John Bolton side. Oh,
literally sideways. Like I think it was almost 90 degrees there.
I thought for sure Grant Morrison was going to find the side of his car there any second.
Yeah.
He didn't. Also, another person who hasn't pitted yet, Ross McGregor. So yep. Ross McGregor probably those guys are hoping for a yellow pick. No,
not going to happen.
Wouldn't have. No, where is it?
Black only.
Yeah, black only. Yeah. What am I talking about?
I don't know. At least I won't forget to pit.
I wanted to see. Brett Stone going out to 3.7 seconds.
So just climbing a bit more time back on him again.
Yep, he's also coming up on some back markers now.
So Jay Boving's now up to 3rd place. Paul Rogers has lost a couple of positions.
And look at this Brett Stone coming up on the two Cadbury's cars. He wants to watch himself get in the middle of them. He might get himself in a bit of a chocolate mess. You don't know what to say to that, do you?
Oh, no idea, mate.
Oh, Trevor Hodgson just getting a bit sideways as Brett Stone goes past him. Now Matty Cooper's next in sight there.
It's one way to let the leader through, isn't it?
Brett Stone is the cream in the middle of the chocolate bar, no?
I'm not even going there.
He's the caramel.
The milky centre?
The milky centre. Yeah. Oh, nice move on Matty Cooper.
Matty Cooper just gives him a little nudge.
Hey.
Go on, get going.
Yeah. Right, oh, okay, off you go.
You think you're so fast? Jesus.
Peter Junick just flashing up on the screen at the moment in 11th place still. Daniel Kirby back in the action there with Daniel Kirby. Where's Simon Black has actually succumbed to the Peter Junick as we covered before. So
yep, Peter Junick's up to 11th place now.
Yep.
And he might grab 2 more places when the other 2 guys pit too. So
he
might be up
too. He will.
Yep.
He
so
will.
he'll get another couple of places. He'll be up to what, 9th? Yeah, 9th.
Yeah, he'll be into 9th place. So 1 place he's moved off on there.
We've just got one of our long-time listeners just sort of, yep, funny, Gav, funny, yep, you're hilarious, mate. We couldn't work out what he was. Well, I don't get it, but it's scary anyway.
Western Australia humour, what can I say?
Yeah, lots of sand in your pants.
Okay, back sitting with Simon Black, who is coming under 5 from Travis Fox.
Now, Travis Fox is trying to claw back the great qualifying position he had. And a couple of unfortunate incidents even in the opening laps of the race.
English is not your primary language, is it?
No, not when I'm drinking.
So Travis Fox, he has dropped. Where did he start from? Travis Fox, he was well up the list.
6th or something, wasn't he? 5th, 6th.
He's had a bit of an ordinary.
Right
up! Oh, look at that! Right on the rear of Simon Black there. He's
no!
Simon Black locks up there. I was on the inside. Have a bit of a look.
I
was a bit afraid that that was actually a lock up from Travis Fox, and I thought, oh, this is not going to be pretty.
But we actually saw what brand of fan belt Travis Fox was running.
What was it, a Delco?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Simon Black just locking up a little bit there.
Travis Fox had to get right out of it then too.
What the is there?
Right. Sorry for all our viewers, you can't see this, but Gav is writing to us in MSN.
ID 10s, Gav. All we are is a couple of ID 10s. All Tony Ciccone allowing the guys to slip through. Oh, Simon Black just getting a bit squiggly under the brakes there.
Yep. This is good battle here. And Simon's teammate's going to come and give him a bit of a hand in a minute. Oh no, sorry. Different car.
Tony Ciccone there. The field getting a little bit spread out now.
Oh! Travis Fox gave Simon Black a huge bump up the bum. In the car, sorry. They all knew what I meant.
This is G-rated.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, Ross McGregor finally coming into the pits.
Finally gets pit stop.
Oh, Mel Lancaster running a little bit wide with John Bolton Jr. scooting through on the inside.
So John Bolton Jr. is back up to 6th place. We only have Ross McGregor left to do his pit stop. Ross McGregor doing it now.
Ross McGregor is in pits now.
That is all right.
The battle between Travis Fox and Simon Black is still going on. Quite different lines coming through that turn there.
Yep. And for each car, the front and the rear tyres are taking for different lines. The pit lane window will close in another 5 laps. Oh, Travis Fox, that's one way to get around a corner. It's not the right way to get around a corner, but it's one way.
I thought he almost stalled it then, but right in front of the leader, yeah.
Right in front of Brett Stone, so that's going to hurt Travis Fox. He's going to have to yield. That'll just drive right around the outside of the corner.
Yep. So all of our drivers have actually pitted, so we're all up to speed with the pits. The pits
positions are current.
Yep, pits close any moment now. 1 lap, I think. Just riding with Marty Atkins. The car looking great there. Really nicely set out car.
Yep, the Black Knight racing cars.
Sitting on board with Marty Atkins. That's a great finish. Well, not finish yet, but that's a great run for him so far. It's good to see him up the list there a bit.
Just on a side note, a bit of a plug for myself. Anyone who is yet in the Fujitsu series to have a endurance race teammate, I'm on the lookout for one.
Oh, you are?
Yes, the teammate I was going to pair up with in the endurance races is no longer available. So I'm actually in the looks
in the hunt
for a quick driver for the 2 endurance races this year.
You'll have to pop yourself a little bit of a thing, a request up on the in
the forums. Yeah. I'll be doing that.
I'm sure no one will want to run with you.
Yeah, no one ever will.
You're all, it's just too slow.
I am.
Warwick Brown in second place now. Warwick Brown has actually closed the gap a little bit there on Bretty.
But Bredstone has been running through a lot of traffic in the last few laps, so might be nothing taken away from Warwick Brown. He'd be trying his hardest, I guarantee that. And
I'll tell you what, they Velocity Images, haven't they had a good run? The
two Velocity Images Crusty Demons racing cars.
They are going sensational. I'm just trying to find those the V8 supercar standings again, because it'll be just interesting to see.
Jay Boving out there on his lonesome at the moment out there.
Is that a
10 seconds in front of him to his teammate, and 7 seconds behind.
Sorry?
Jay Boving all out on his lonesome at the moment. He's got a 7-8 second gap either side.
Yeah, pretty much. Jay Boving's done that in the last couple of rounds though, hasn't he? Sort of gotten to a point in the race where he's just by himself.
Well, don't forget he won the last round at Barbagallo, and now the sitting in third here.
No. We're on lap 44 of 62 here at Mallala. Bredstone is currently leading with Warwick Brown in second, Jay Boving in third with Stuart Chug, Paul Rogers and John Bolton Jr. running out the top 6. Looking at the back here of Peter Junick in 8th place. Looking at, where are we? Daniel Kirby, they're in 9th. They're pretty much line astern, have been for a little while. Some nice clean racing going on at the moment. Nice calm drivers still. They haven't really made too many mistakes in the last 25, 30 laps. It's good to see the drivers that have actually calmed out and decided to race a bit better. So.
Take note that these drivers are just about 1 lap down, so our race leader Brett Stone is going to be coming up on these 2 drivers very shortly.
Yeah, so it's not going to be long before they're going to have to yield anyway.
We'll make the dice between these 2 guys here quite interesting, and also between Brett Stone and Warwick Brown, who'd be not far behind that.
Yep, and Brett Stone has pulled another 2 tenths out on Warwick Brown in the last lap, so it's fluctuating a fair bit for those 2. So.
Geez, what do you reckon of Peter getting up another 3 positions?
It's possible, depending. Because you got, admittedly, you've got Paul Rogers.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a bit tough on Paul. He might get 6th. He might get 6th if he tries his little heart out.
I could see him getting 6th. Paul Rogers just not having a good night with his pace. He's 25 seconds off Brett Stone at the moment. and he's 4 seconds from Stuart Chugg, who's having an awesome race for himself.
He got tied. Yeah, Paul Rogers actually got tied up in a couple of battles, didn't he?
Yeah.
Probably what's sort of pegged him back a little bit there, but good consistent runner though.
Yep, certainly is.
Pardon me.
We're just watching Paul Rogers here for a little while. He's pretty much got a fair gap around him as well, just like Jay Boving has. He's just running some nice consistent laps, just doing what he needs to do to get to the end of the race now. He's probably is looking at Stuart Chugg for a position. Probably one of the last positions he could probably gain without anyone actually having an off or a spin or something like that. So fourth place would probably be as high as I could see Paul Rogers getting. Just on board Brett Stone here, trying to just as you said there before, Pete. He's just coming up now on the back markers of Daniel Kirby and who was it? Some other dude. Peter Junick, sorry.
Some other dude. Totally professional here, Alex.
Always.
The other guy.
Warren Pete has left the game, so he's crashed out, bombed out, something. Another one of our races has gone. Now Brett Stone just gets Daniel Kirby into the hairpin there, which is nice of Daniel Kirby. Just getting out of the way nicely. I'm saying nice way too much.
Oh, that's right. We can edit that out.
No, you can't.
No.
It's vital that I say nice. If I say nice, I don't swear. So Brett Stone just putting in some more, just is going through traffic, and he's still umping up, increasing his lead.
He certainly is. I was just looking at that there, the 3.757 back out again. So
instead of 3.4, I'll just go around traffic and I'll even increase my lead. How's that for a smack?
3.88 now.
Yep, certainly is.
Some brilliant stuff here at the moment. Top 8 cars still on the lead lap. Sitting with Rod Savage right at this particular moment in time.
Grant Morrison has crashed out as well, so he's another retiree for the night. Seems to be a few at the moment, just crashing, bombing out.
Grant Morrison's had a rough night,
but he was up in what was it? Where I can't even see.
Yeah,
he was in 16th. He was a bit higher early on in the race.
Just having a look at the points, the current points for the after round 6 for the V8 supercars. As we talked about earlier, Brett Stone in first, Warwick Brown and Paul Rogers. I'll tell you what, there is not many points between those guys at all. So,
but even down to Jay Boving, there's not a lot of points in it.
No, there's not. So Jay Boving at the moment, I can't see up the top of the list there.
Yeah. But you think, considering first in a race, first place and second place is 30 odd points, so
yeah. There
is still a chance for Jay Boving to win.
Yeah.
Win the series. It's getting slimmer and slimmer as every round goes by, but there is still a chance.
But the Team Velocity have been very, very consistent. Well, not the Team Velocity. Team
Velocity Images
cars, Crusty Racing cars have been very, very consistent the last few rounds. So it's been brilliant.
The Supercars series points are actually a lot closer than what our FUGC points are at the moment, aren't they? Our points are a lot more strung out.
Yeah, they are. One guy in particular.
Oh, I'm not going on to that, but
yeah, no, the points are a bit more sparse. Yeah, yep. I think there's a lot of people had a few mixed rounds. You know, like I know myself. You know, like I was the last series. I was up
right up there,
definitely in the top 10. And this year, geez. I've just been battling against it, and I think there's a few people that have been suffering that
just
as well.
Same, yeah.
Also just sort of giving it all and not really getting much back. But we're sitting at the moment with Paul Rogers currently in 5th place. He's sitting 3rd in the championship, and he will want to get as many points as he can here.
Certainly will. Just
because
otherwise it's going to start hurting that championship points.
Well, Jay Boving is 2 positions in front of him, so he's going to sort of collect a few more points, and that'll just tighten that 4th place up a little bit.
Warwick Brown and Brett Stone are even further in front, so it's really going to hurt him for points this round.
Yep. One thing I'm just noticing here, just as you said before, Alex, Paul Rogers is closing the gap to Stuart Chugg. He's closed down now to around 2 seconds.
Yep. So he might very well get this position.
Like you were saying
Stuart Chugg, I reckon, has used a lot of his second set of tyres.
And he's got 12 laps to do it, and all the points are going to count in the championship.
Yep, certainly will. Any of these, because this is a vital position he needs to get at the moment.
He's trying his little heart out.
Yep. The little kart racing heart. Just a little bit of a plug there for Paul. Just on board, well, not on board, we're watching Stuart Chugg here in 4th place. He's still running some smooth laps. It's not that he's all over the shop, he's just might just have either backed out of it or trying to conserve some tyres so he doesn't burn out and lose a lot of time, I don't know. But it still seems smooth there from Stuart Chugg.
It's one of the best runs I think we've seen him have for quite a while, actually.
Yeah. I think
quite consistent last year, like Brett was mentioning just earlier, but about himself as well in the Fujitsu series, but a little bit different this year with the 1.1.
Yeah. Stuart Chugg, I think, is finally getting, like a lot of the drivers, getting to terms with the 1.1 mod.
Yep.
I think it's caught a lot of people unawares, and yeah, some drivers liked it, some sort of have had to take a lot longer to get used to it, like yourself there, Brett.
I certainly have indeed. And I don't think I've... Oh, someone's spinning Rod Savage, I think, is spinning in the background there that I just saw. I'll tell you what, Travis Fox and Matty Cooper are actually very, very close together as well.
Yep. Is that Daniel Kirby going around someone there? Didn't see it too well.
Tony Ciccone, he's a couple of laps down, yeah.
And even Simon Black there's... they're all sort of in a bit of a line of stirred here for the last 10 laps. This is very well probably going to get fairly interesting. And
just another interesting note too. Oh, Matty Cooper, what are you doing? Matty Cooper loops it at turn 3. And then just another interesting thing. I've just noticed that Brett Stone.
Oh, Matt, that's trying to get on the power a little bit too much. Clicked it in the 3rd gear, and all it wanted to do was go sideways.
Yeah, given enough time to get the car settled again. Just noticed another interesting fact. Brett Stone running a Holden. Warwick Brown running a Ford. Paul Rogers running a Holden. Jay Bovin running a Ford. All up to position number 9 is alternate Holden Ford in the top in the championship at the moment.
Yep.
That wasn't a very interesting...
Well, that'll give you some clarity when it comes to the issue of parity, won't it?
That rhymed as well.
That was pretty good.
Oh, no.
Anyway. But I would say it certainly goes to show that not one brand is being favoured in sim.
Yeah, well, it's not really... the parity issue isn't really apparent in the mod anyway. So
still,
it's still interesting.
Not the way you're saying.
I know. It's only my personal opinion that I don't think it's interesting. Everyone else might.
Okay, we've crossed over 53 laps, so we're under 10 laps to go. It's going to start to get down to the serious part of the game right now.
The rest of it's only been fun.
It has been. Brett Stone has clambered out to nearly a 5-second lap, 5-second lead.
Yep. And look at this. Stuart Chugg is getting ever so closer to Paul Rogers' front end, which means the other way around.
Rogers, yeah, okay, yeah. So
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that was a very backwards way of saying it.
I'm backwards about being forwards, mate.
I certainly are. And I'll tell you what, John Bolton Jr. is 6th place after 2 pit stops. That's brilliant. He's done well.
That's a good effort, having a pit stop and then a penalty.
Yep,
having a drive-through at the same time. He's done well to stay in 6th.
He has done brilliant there.
So just watching it in front of Paul Rogers here, he can well and truly see Stuart Chugg and the position he needs. Would be a very big incentive for him.
Oh yeah, certainly would. And 10 laps to go. It's not out of the. What am I trying to say here?
Out of reach.
It's definitely not out of reach for him to get that. So he would be trying to conserve the tyres. You can see just by the way he's driving it. He's driving very, very smooth. He's got a cool head on him right about now.
As you look at it, Paul Rogers to John Bolton Jr. is in basically 20 seconds, so he can have a spin and still.
Travis Fox on the inside and
Tony Ciccone on the outside.
I know. Oh, look, might have been a bit of a lag there. But Travis Fox just in front of Paul Rogers at the moment. Nicely hops out of the way of Paul Rogers, so that's very good. That's allowing him to get on with the job of getting
Now
up closer
look
to
how
Stuart
close
Chug. Oh, yes.
Paul Rogers is now.
Oh, geez, he nearly had a Tony Ciccone in the back of him. No, sorry,
Travis Fox in the back of him.
in the back of his Jack Daniels.
Passenger.
He nearly had a think pink chocolate in the back of his Jack Daniels.
Is that more Western Australian humour for you?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
But this is going to be something really to watch closely as we get further down towards the pointy end of this race.
I don't think you can get much pointier, can it?
I can, yeah.
1 lap to go. Yeah. I think Paul Rogers is going to do a me this in the last couple of laps.
What did you do the last couple of laps?
Just got Mark done in the last lap. Sorry, 2 laps to go.
Brilliant run from Marty Atkins. I'm excited to see him up in the top 7.
Yeah, it's good to see some different people up in the top 10 there.
Yeah, excellent.
Like Daniel Kirby. He sort of hasn't been in the top 10 all year so far.
Yep.
And he's got his name up there, which
Daniel
is good
Kirby
to see.
in position number 9 at the moment. Peter Junick
in 8th
at the moment. I don't know whether he can go any better than what he's doing at the moment.
He's a whole lap down.
10 seconds. He's about 10 seconds off the back of Marty Atkins.
So our battle for fourth place has got exactly a second basically now.
There's not much in it at all.
Stuart Chugg's going to be trying his little heart out.
So you'll know now Simon Black in front of him. He's a lap car. So a little bit of traffic to negotiate. Oh, big lock up by Simon Black in front. This allows Stuart Chug to sneak through on the inside. Rubs panels there with Simon Black.
Yeah, look how close Paul Rogers is now.
Now Paul Rogers, is he going to sneak past Simon Black? Is Simon Black going to let him sneak through? He tries to get a bit of a draft.
Yep.
He's got
Looks
past
like
there.
he has. Oh, it's closed up a fair bit now.
I'll tell you what, Stuart Chug will be...
He'll be down to about half a second now. What was that?
He booed himself.
Was a very nice way of doing it.
Paul Rogers in the back of him. Look at the attitude of the car. Really sitting there nicely. Just clipping the ripple strips there. Just getting out nice and neat. Oh, it's only about, 200ths of a second off the back of the car now.
2/10, yep.
2/10. Oh, I knew what I meant.
There you go. Stuart Chug locking up some brakes.
So he's obviously looking in the mirror.
He's really wanting to get some time out on him. I just don't think it's going to happen anymore. Paul Rogers is there and he's there to stay.
This is the stage. The tyres are starting to going to mush. And
so you've got to have faith that you just know where your tyres are at.
Yeah, and you know what the hardest thing here is the fact that you just got to go, okay, back off a little bit to go faster.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
It is. It's just the opposite of what you want to do.
Even I found it was hard to do last week. You're sort of wanting to get on with it and just pushing that a little bit too hard and just not.
He's only got 4 laps to go, so I don't know if Stuart Chug proves to be hard to get past. It'll be interesting, but Paul Rogers would really want these extra points.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's about 5 to 10 points he'll get. So that could be the difference between winning and losing this championship.
Well, it could be. It could be, definitely. Well, the first 3 places are probably for givens at this stage, so this is definitely the one to watch at the moment. Stuart Chug and Paul Rogers. This is for 4th and 5th place. 58 laps have now been completed of this 62-lap race here at Mallala.
You're with us here to the end of the race?
Hopefully. If not, just fast forward to the end and see who won.
Pretty much. And then come back.
That's it. Then you know the outcome. Just spoil it for yourself.
It's like reading the last page of a book and then going and read chapter 1.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you do it? Well, Paul Rogers looks like he's just backed off a little bit there.
Yep. Stuart Chug's put in a really good lap this lap.
Last lap for Stuart Chug was a 1. Well, Paul Rogers was a 1/10 faster.
There we go. Paul has really got on the back of him now. Looks like Stuart Chug has a really bad way of the last sector there.
Yeah,
just doesn't get through that last sector.
And look how quick Paul Rogers goes through this section of the track. You can see he's confident because he's actually riding the ripple strip there a little bit. And the catcher's got the car nicely just steps out a little bit with the power on coming out of there. So he's really got the car really well hooked up through those couple of turns. Now I think here is where Stuart Chug doesn't do too bad. Oh, Paul Rogers on the gas getting it sideways.
Getting a little bit too overzealous with the throttle.
Although it doesn't look like it's hurting too bad here.
Yeah, it hasn't gone too bad. Still could have been a better outcome there.
I think Stuart's a little bit quicker through these couple of turns here.
It all depends on how much wing they're running. So how much acceleration they're going to get down the back straight.
Paul. Oh, Paul. See, now it's starting to get interesting.
Yeah, now they're both starting to go, oh.
Stuart's just consolidated a little bit. He knows he's only got 2 laps, and I'll tell you what, it's going to make it difficult because he's actually falling off the back there in that little shot there. That is going to be very interesting indeed. And not long to go now, only 1 or 2 laps.
1.5 with 2 laps left now. This is second to last lap.
I don't know whether Paul can do it. I don't know whether he can do it.
No,
he might be going to have a last-ditch effort if he can get up the inside. But I think the situation was, and we changed because Stuart Chugg was trying. You could see him trying his little heart out when Paul Rogers got up on the back of him, and Paul Rogers sort of was looking very neat and comfortable. And now Paul Rogers is getting a bit desperate.
Yep. Paul's just outbraked himself there into turn 3.
Yep, and I think this
went
is,
right out wide. So I think that's about it.
That's just about cooked.
I can't see it anyway.
Oh, yeah, lost a lot of time there. He's going to find it very, very hard to get back up.
It'll probably be out over a second now.
We don't really have anything else close challenges.
No, it's pretty much spread out other than those guys. So we're just watching Brett Stone, our leader at the moment.
On his last lap.
This last lap or the second last lap?
61, 62 laps. It'll be the last lap.
Oh, he's just started the last lap there. Yeah,
yep.
Didn't exactly see where he was.
Yeah, he's coming off on the back of Matty
So
Cooper.
last lap of the race for Mallala Raceway, our round 7 of the V8 Supercar Gigabyte Series.
Fantastic race here again tonight. The drivers proving themselves to be worthy of the V8 Supercar badge.
Oh,
Brett Stone.
Brett Stone, where are you going?
He's just losing
Oh,
concentration.
no. That could have ended bad.
Oh, they could have.
If he didn't get that,
imagine if he got in the sand.
That'd be the end of his race.
It would, because look who.
Because he's only 6 seconds from Warwick Brown. Not enough time to get out of that sand trap.
No, he'd probably actually blow the whole race. He really would. He'd drop nearly everyone.
Done a perfect race except for one corner on the last lap.
Well, he might have made some other mistakes, but here we go. He's going through the flip-flops. Great race here by Brett Stone coming on the final straight. Brett Stone is our winner for the Mallala round. It is finished, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, we have got the overlays up there, Pete. That's why I can't see him. Just check them up, see if I'm still in pits. I am too.
There we go. Yep, it is finished. So Brett Stone is our winner.
Yep.
With Warwick Brown in second, Jay Boving in third. There are only official results at the moment. A couple of guys are still running. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. There we go. Paul did get real close, but not close enough.
Not close enough.
So fourth and fifth, Stuart Chugg and Paul Rogers.
So just rounding out the top 10 for this Steve Whitty Memorial Race around here at Mallala. Brett Stone, Warwick Brown, Jay Boving, Stuart Chugg, Paul Rogers, John Bolton Jr., who had a bit of a tussle tonight with the stewards and his pit crew, Marty Atkins and Peter Junick, Daniel Kirby, and rounding out the top 10. Not too bad for Ross McGregor after he had he had a spin there earlier, didn't he?
Yeah, couple of spins.
That is
couple
rounding
of
out this round for the memorial race for Steve Whitty. R.I. for rest in peace, my friend, and condolences to family and friends.
Certainly are, mate. So the winners' burnouts are just on the start-finish line, which they aren't the best burnouts I've ever seen.
Well, he's got it hooked up now. Now he has got it hooked up.
Ross McGregor's just gone, I wanted to go through there. No, I'm doing burnouts. Go away.
Bit of a celebratory burnout.
And in sympathy, Ross McGregor's doing some as well. That's actually pretty good. It would be awesome if they did a donut while they're doing that.
Oh yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
I think they're actually trying to. Brett Stone goes, I've had enough.
Well, there we go for this round at Mallala, round 7. Well, it's been a great race. Very intense early, a little petered out in the middle there. It's got a bit sparse towards the end there, but a great race anyway. Fantastic effort for all those guys. And that is just about it here from the LRC TV booth. Thanks for watching and hope you have a good evening and catch you real soon the next couple of weeks. Where do we head to then?
Next round is at Sandown Raceway.
Sandown, it's a 3-race...
No.
No, where'd you say that?
It's just a normal race.
Oh, is it?
There's no
3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh, sorry, that's where you're getting from.
Yeah. So there's a 3-week break, I believe.
Yep. Okay, well, we'll catch up there anyways. Catch you out on the forum when our next show is. Great to have you on board once again. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Catch you next time. This is Out for LRC TV. Brett Fisher, Peter Lakovich and Alex Lamb.
LRC, a division of Austeam Racing, is proudly brought to you by Protector Allsafe, Amnet, Hydrolink Fluid Connectors Western Australia, Fuchs Motor Lubricants, Applied Chemicals, Gigabytes range of ultra durable 2 motherboards, MM Electrical, and BOC Mining Supplies.